Welcome back, everybody. We are on day 11 of Ramadan. How are you guys feeling today? I personally am not on my best day of fasting, but I know this program will get me up and running.
Next up, we're going to see what it's like during Ramadan from a high school student in the USA and Ramadan along the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Mele Erdogan and I live in Orange County, California, in the USA.
Okay, Mele. How do you spend Ramadan in your country?
So in our country, which is the USA, we spend Ramadan really busy as our life doesn't stop and our work life and our student life doesn't stop. So me, I'm a high schooler, so I have to go to school and come back. And right now, since it's April and May, school is coming towards the end, so we have to focus on our final exams and our chapter tests and everything else. So Ramadan goes busy with studying, doing homework, preparing suhoor, iftar. So overall we spend our day-to-day life very busy in the USA.
Mele, what's your favorite food to eat for iftar?
For iftar, I have a couple of favorite foods that I like to eat. So the first one, this is patates yumurta, which means potatoes and eggs, if it's a direct translation. So this meal, it consists of potatoes cut into small squares, mixed in with eggs, and then you put that together, you cook it in the pan, and then you put your salt, you put your pepper, and then it becomes a very good meal. And then you get your tea afterwards as well. And my second favorite food would probably be sujuk toast, which is cheese, sujuk, and bread all in one toast. It tastes really good and it's good for both iftar and sahur.
How many hours do you fast?
So currently, because of daylight savings time, our fasting schedule got a lot longer than usual. But we fast from 5:30 to around 7:15, 7:30, and it's actually going to get longer. It's around 13 and a half hours. It's going to become 14 and a half by the end of Ramadan.
Who do you usually eat iftar with? Do you have guests?
So usually in iftar, we eat with our family, and then sometimes we do have guests over. When I'm not eating with my family, I'm usually eating with my friends or the tightly packed community here. We have a cultural center, which is where we're filming this video right now, and we sometimes have community iftars with 200, 300 people, and it's very enjoyable and very fun because you get to engage in conversations you never knew you would have had. But usually I'm eating iftar with my family, and sometimes we have guests over.
What's your favorite aspect of Ramadan?
So my favorite aspect of Ramadan would be that you're always in the worship of Allah. So what I mean by this is that in your day-to-day life, you can't really worship Allah in every second because you have your work to do, you have your school to do. You can't go and start reading Quran in the middle of class. I wish I could, but I can't. So in Ramadan, you don't have to be reading Quran. You don't have to be constantly listening to a sohbet to learn about Islam and be in worship. When you're fasting, you're always earning sawab and you're always worshiping Allah. So whether you're taking your final exam, whether you're doing that final project that you've been putting blood, sweat, and tears into, you're always worshiping Allah. And also, the other aspect that I really enjoy is that you have a heightened sense of religion and you set goals for yourself that you never knew you would have achieved.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
California has to be one of my favorite states in the United States. It is such a beautiful place. Thank you, Mele, for sharing it with us.
It's definitely up there on my list too. Now, let's move on to today's zikr.
The zikr of the day is Subhanallah Rabim. Glory be to Allah, the greatest.
Guys, today's zikr is Subhanallah al-Azim. Now what? Do you think we can get to 35,000 zikrs today?
For sure, this is a simple zikr everyone can do. If everyone on live takes about 200 zikrs, we will reach our goal. Up next on Ramadan Corners, Asaf and Salma will be teaching us a little more about Ramadan, so listen closely.
Hi, my name is Asaf Bayram. Hi, my name is Salma Bayram. We are siblings. And today we're going to be teaching you about Ramadan. Ramadan is a holiday us Muslims celebrate. We celebrate it to fast and not eat food until 7 p.m. Ramadan lasts for 1 month, and when that 1 month ends, we go to Bayram, which is another celebrate. It's kind of like Christmas. It's just we don't have like Christmas things set up. We wear nice clothing and we have candy like Halloween, and we have we have sometimes family members and sometimes friends that come over. And we also get money. Yeah. One day I was fasting, and when I came inside, I was really thirsty, but then I forgot that I was fasting. So when I got water, my sister was like, "Weren't you fasting?" And I forgot about me fasting. And my dad told me that it was okay because if you do it on accident, then nothing will happen. So you might be thinking, what are these boxes for? Well, they're for charity. Charity is basically when we give money or other objects people might need to live. We also made a Ramadan sheet all about what we like, and it asks us questions and then we tell them the answers. And we can also explain to you one of the things we put on here. And one of the things we do in Ramadan is the 20 rakats, aka Tarawih. Another thing that we do is Salawat, which is the thing in between, like kind of a prayer that we say in between and at the end of the Tarawih. We decorated our house with all these cool decorations, and we also decorated it with a chart that is a countdown to Eid. So on the first day of Ramadan, we're going to be counting down, and we're going to be putting these little stars on top of them. So if I get a star and put it on top, it's going to be like that one has already passed. Thank you for watching Ramadan Kareem!
Thank you guys for saying some of the key details about this holy month. Also, we have the same decoration.
Thank you guys. Up next, we will join Jada on Ramadan Talks. Today, we will be talking about the types of relationships we have with people.
Hello everyone, my name's Jada. I'm an Army pediatrician, and I'll be answering your questions about personal relationships today for Ramadan Talks. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is, what is the value of relationships in Islam? A very important question because relationships are very important in Islam. I would say that it's actually a core value. There are many hadiths that talk about friendships and relationships. For example, the first one that comes to mind is that Allah created us in tribes so that we could get to know one another. And what happens once we get to know one another? Bridges are built to build peace. We can work on different projects together. We can make new plans, and we can make the world a better place overall. Okay, question 2. Can I be friends with a non-Muslim? Of course you can be friends with a non-Muslim. That's how we build bridges, right? So there's no rules against being friends with a non-Muslim, and on the contrary, I think Islam would actually promote it and want us to be friends with non-Muslims. this is how we learn about each other, how we learn to respect each other, and how we build a more peaceful community. Question 3. Is it okay to celebrate other religious holidays such as Christmas and Hanukkah with my non-Muslim friends? So this is actually a pretty common question, but I think if we just think of it in the way that is how happy we get when our non-Muslim friends celebrate Ramadan with us or Eid with us, and how happy that makes us, we can kind of turn that thinking around and empathize with them and help celebrate their holidays with them as well. So we could buy presents for them, say happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, things like that, and there should be no issue. Okay, question 4. I sometimes feel left out in my friend group because I'm Muslim. What should I do? Yeah, this is a tough one. It's a little upsetting, of course, but I think we need to recognize that, you know, especially in the United States or even in other non-Muslim countries, right? We're a minority group, and that's feeling like this is okay. But I think the more we even share this feeling with our non-Muslim friends, they can relate with us too, because a lot of times our friends can also have or can also be from different minority groups and we don't realize it. Maybe not from a religious minority, but maybe from, you know, what their background is, or other belief systems. So when it comes to that, I think it's important to focus on commonalities. For example, if I have a friend who's Hispanic, they also love food and music and, you know, family and things like those values that are very core to, you know, Turkish or Muslim values as well. So it helps us kind of connect on that level and recognize that even though we have our differences and we may be minorities in some senses, when it comes to universal values, we're really all in the majority. And that's why we're friends, because we share these bigger values. Okay. So what kind of topics should I not talk about with friends? Are there any specific topics that Islam restricts us from talking about to our friends? So I'll start with the second question. So specific topics that Islam restricts us are things that are private matters, that may be family matters, secrets, right? And this is actually, yes, Islamic value, but it's also a core value. You wouldn't share someone else's secret. You wouldn't share something that is defined as private between two people to someone who is outside of that construction of privacy. So other than that, as long as you're not breaching anyone's rights of privacy, you can talk about any kind of topics with your friends. Last question. Okay, I realize that my friends have started developing bad habits. What should I do to approach them? So this is a tough question because, right, you see that your friend is doing something that's hurting them, that may be hurting the friend group or even the community, and you want to say something, but sometimes you know that saying something might make the situation worse. So I think it's really about recognizing the relationship that you have with your friend, how close, maybe not close isn't the right word, but understanding how well it's going to be received, where they are, maybe like mentally, emotionally, if they're even ready to receive this kind of constructive criticism. And then approaching it very gently and trying to advise them the best way that you can. If you don't think you're the best person for it, maybe there's someone you know they have a better, like, stronger connection with, talking with that person so they can talk to your friend. So we always want to help our friends, but in the process of trying to help them, we also want to make sure that we're not hurting them. So it's a very delicate process, but I think you all can do it successfully. So this is the end of our video, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you the next Ramadan talk.
Thank you so much for the valuable insight from the Q&As. I think that answers a lot of important questions on our minds.
I would agree. Okay, guys, quick announcement. As Ramadan Youth TV, we are one big family, and we have been going strong for 3 years. We are so happy to put smiles on the faces of our young viewers and families. We have a small request from our adult viewers. If you can send skyacademynj@gmail.com a short video of your thoughts and feelings regarding our Ramadan Youth TV, that would be awesome.
And today on Surah of the Day, we'll be looking at Surah Al-Mulk. This is a really important surah, guys, so let's listen closely.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير.
In the name of God, the All-Merciful, the All-Compassionate.
Blessed is he who holds complete supreme power. He is the possessor of prudential power to do every desired thing. It is he who has created death and life so that he may reward you, after trying you as to which of you excels in doing good deeds. He is the Almighty, the Great Protector. It is he who has created 7 heavens, one upon another in conformity with each other. You can see no flaw, no incongruity, and no imperfection in the creation of the most gracious God. Then look up once more to heaven. Do you see any flaw? Look again and yet again to find out any confusion in divine law. The result will only be that your eye will return to you dazzled while it is weary, and you will be unable to find any discordance. We have certainly adorned the lowest heaven with stars like lamps, and we have made them as means of conjecture for the evil ones, and the astrologers who invent good or bad omens from the movements of the stars. Remember, we have prepared for these soothsayers the punishment of the blazing fire.
Abdullah bin Masud narrates that whoever recites Surah Al-Mulk every night, Allah will prevent the punishment of grave by the surah.
So let's recite it whenever we can. And now, let's move on to quotes of the day. Let's go.
Sadaqah, often translated as charity or generosity, is a voluntary charitable act towards another being, whether through generosity, love, compassion, or faith. These acts are not always physical or monetary. Simple actions like a good deed, a helping hand, a smile, guiding others towards the right path, and preventing evil are counted as sadaqah. The best of sadaqah is given during the month of Ramadan. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was the most generous person, and he used to become more generous, particularly in the month of Ramadan.
Allah Almighty said in the Holy Quran about charity, "Those who spend their wealth in the cause of Allah and do not follow their charity with reminders of their generosity or hurtful words, they will get their reward from their Lord, and there will be no fear for them, nor will they grieve." This was stated in the 262nd ayat of Surah Al-Baqarah.
Thank you guys so much for those quotes. Nawal, what's next?
It is time for Music of the Day with a pro piano player introducing Aman. Cannot wait.
That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Aman, for the awesome performance.
I agree, that was amazing. Moving on to Ramadan cuisine with a very tasty and interesting menu. Let's see what it is.
Hi guys, welcome to Miriam's Kitchen, and I'm Miriam Khan, and today I will be making pachanga bade for you guys. Let's go into our ingredients. Our ingredients are yufka, pasturma, water, and it can be any temperature of water. And I have two kashars here. One is spicy and one is regular. You can use any. I just want to use both of them. And we have our pan sitting over there, and we're gonna need our tongs and our olive oil, so that is staying right there so we can cook it after we're wrapping all of our pachanga breaks. Let's get started. So first, I will be getting my yufka and I cut it into 8 slices, equal sizes, so let's get started. First, we will be taking our pastrama, and if it's little, the pastrama, you can like put one more on top, but if it's like this, its amount is good, you don't have to. And then I'm gonna take whatever kashar, and you can use mozzarella too, whatever you want. And then let's get our kashar. It's gonna be this size. It's not too big, so yes. We're going to be getting the sides of our yufka, and we will be putting it like that. And then we're just gonna get the other side and wrap it, and then we will be wrapping it. And then this is the part when the water comes in, and we're going to get 3 tips. We're putting it end of the yufka's tip, and then we will be wrapping it. This is how you make it. I'm going to be making some, and then I'm gonna put it there, and then we're gonna fry it. I just made examples for you guys, and so now we will, I will be making more, but for you guys for the video, I'm going to be putting it into my pan, and the pan is a little heated, so we can cook. Let's go ahead. So as you can see, the pan is heated. We didn't have to heat it like a little time ago, but yeah. So we have our pachanga breaks there and our tosh. So now we will be putting our olive oil into our pan. Let's put some olive oil now. Okay, so I put some olive oil into the pan, and now we will be getting our tosh and our pachanga break and putting it into the pan. And we will be waiting. And this is actually very special, and it's really good, so I recommend you to try it. And this is not gonna look like this. I'm gonna flip it so it's like just not like burnt or like brown, just like a little bit fried, you know, like normal French fries, like the color of that. Complot if you like pachanga breaks, and I would recommend you to watch Ramadan TV. It's actually a really good show. And this is my pachanga break. I hope you like it, and happy Ramadan.
I've never had pachanga verde ever in my life, and now I really want to try it. Mayam, do you think you can make it for me?
Nawal, I think our chef has better things to do than make you pachanga buri. Maybe you should attempt it yourself.
I mean, I guess you're right. This is Ramadan cuisine. I should be learning how to make foods. Up next, on Tafsir, we will look at the story and meaning of Surah Al-Fil.
Today we will have a look at Surah Al-Fil, Surah Al-Fil talks about the historical event which occurred in the same birth year of the Prophet. Allah protected the Kaaba against an attack from the pagan army who rode on the backs of elephants from Yemen with the intention of destroying it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل
Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with the people of the elephant? The chapter begins with Allah reminding us and the Meccans of Abraha and his elephants. Abraha was the Ethiopian governor of Yemen. He had built his own house of worship in the city of Sana'a. The Arabs of the time continued to do pilgrimage in Mecca and ignored the new house of worship built by Abraha. Out of anger and jealousy, he gathered his army and marched towards Mecca to destroy the Kaaba. His army had several elephants in it, and they were planning on using them to destroy the Kaaba and fight the Meccans. Therefore, the Quran refers to Abraha and his army as the people of the elephant. Before entering Mecca, the army of Abraha captured many animals from Quraysh, including 200 camels from Abdul Muttalib. When Abdul Muttalib was sent to speak to Abraha as the leader of the Meccans, the only thing he asked from the Ethiopian general was his camels. Abraha was surprised by this, as he thought Abdul Muttalib would plead for the safety of the Kaaba, which was the lifeline of Meccans. Abdul Muttalib responded by saying, "The camels belong to me, and I, as the owner of the camels, have come for them. The Kaaba belongs to Allah, and it is the owner's concern of the Kaaba to save it or to leave its fate into your hands." Abraha gave back Abdul Muttalib's camels, and Abdul Muttalib advised the people of Mecca to leave and wait in the mountains around the city. Abraha began to march towards Mecca in order to destroy the house of Allah.
ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل
Did he not make their plan into misguidance? Abraha intended to destroy the Kaaba in hopes of changing the house of worship to the one in Yemen. Allah did not allow them to do this and turn their plans upside down. Not only were they unsuccessful in discrediting and destroying the Kaaba, but it increased the fame and importance of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca throughout Arabia. It attracted more loving thoughts and eager hearts to Mecca than ever before, as it proved to be a location of security and of sanctuary, better and more widespread.
وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
And he sent against them birds in flocks, striking them with stones of hard clay. When the army entered Mecca, they were surrounded by birds in the sky. Each bird carried 3 small stones. These birds dropped these stones onto the people of the elephants. The bullet-like descendants of the stones stopped the army from even touching the Kaaba.
فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Leaving them like chewed-up straw. Allah refers to the army's aftermath as chewed-up straws, destroyed and littered with holes. This shows the intensity of the incident, the sheer power of Allah, and the weakness of the tyrannical army. It is interesting that Allah can explain this long and important story in a few precise and concise sentences with great eloquence and meaning. In a short chapter, He is able to illustrate the weakness of an army compared to the might and power of Allah. He gives the monumental job of defending the holy house of Allah to such small species. The small birds who utilize small rocks were able to destroy the elephant army that the combined forces of the Arabs had no hope against. Without the intervention of Allah, the people of Mecca would have surely perished.
Thank you for that very informative tafsir about Surah Al-Fil. I definitely learned a lot.
The long-awaited Kahoot competition is here, guys. Let's see who learned the most today. Get your notes out, everybody. Get your devices ready, and let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kahoot game. You can go ahead and join the game by using the game pin or by scanning the QR code. As always, the award for first place is $20. The award for second place is $15, and for third, fourth, and fifth place is $10. We'll wait a few more minutes until the contestants have all joined, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Just a couple more seconds and we'll get started. Okay, we can go ahead and get started now. All right, for day 11, Kahoot, in 3, 2, 1. The first question is a true or false. We are allowed to make friends with non-Muslims. Pretty straightforward, pretty obvious answer. Surprised we ran out of time there. And obviously the answer was true. We are allowed to make friends with non-Muslims. 327 of the contestants have got that right, and 27 incorrect. Let's look at the leaderboard. All right, looks like a lot of people are tied for first place with 1,000 points each. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2, and this one's a double pointer. What was the type of meat used in Maryam's burek? Was it chicken, köfte, pastrami, or turkey bacon? Let's see our answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer was pastrami, and 317 of the contestants have gotten that right. Take a look at the leaderboard. Serat Al with 2,976, Tehe with 2,972, and Bengisu with 2,968. Congrats to everyone who got that right. Very close to each other, the top 5. All right, let's see the next question. The instrument played in music of the day was violin, piano, a trombone, or a saz. And let's go ahead and see the answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer was piano. 318 of us got that right. And all right, let's look at the leaderboard. Ooh, we have a new leader. Tehe moved up from 2nd to 1st, and Bengisu moved up from 3rd to 2nd. Congratulations to everyone who answered that. All right, let's move on to the next question. What happened when the army entered Mecca in the story? Did they get surrounded by birds with stones? Did they get destroyed? Did they destroy the Kaaba? Did they take over Mecca? Or did they take back their camels? Let's see the answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer was they got surrounded by birds with stones. All right. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, okay. We have a completely different top 5. Nur Banu, congratulations for moving up to 1st place. Only 1 point behind Vera Bedir Sova is, and 1 point behind her is Tehe. So it's a very, very close game, and 3rd and 4th are tied. So very, very close game. Answer as fast as you can to get the most points. All right, let's take a look at the next question. Question 5. This one's for double points. We have certainly adorned the lowest heaven with, is it gold, lights, brightness, or lamps? Let's take a look at the answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer was lamps. Oh, this one's an upset. A large majority of the contestants have gotten that wrong. Take a look at the leaderboard. We ought to see some drastic changes. Oh wow, almost the entire leaderboard has changed, except for Vera Bedir Sova, who's moved down to 5th from 1st place. So congratulations to everyone who got that one right. It was obviously a hard one. It was a harder one. And I guess, congratulations to Ahmed Ge to be the highest climber. He went up a solid 233 spots. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the next question. Question 6. This one's a multi-select, so there could be multiple answers and a double pointer. What are some ways we can give sadaqah? Guiding others towards the right path, smiling, donating, and preventing evil. All right, let's take a look at the answer. And all of those were right. So for the most points, you had to have chosen all of them. Although there was no wrong answer, so there's that. Take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, and welcome back, Vera Bedir Sova, to 1st place. Congratulations, Faiza NC, for moving up to 2nd. Congratulations to Berak Köklüsova for moving up to third. And congratulations Baklava and Halit. All right, let's move on to the next question. The next and final question. Question 7 for double points. Who does the Kaaba belong to? Yeah, you had to pay attention to the story for this one. Does it belong to the angels? Does Kaaba belong to Allah? Does it belong to the animals, or does it belong to the humans? And the final question ends in 3, 2, 1. It was Allah. It was a pretty straightforward answer. So I don't know what the other people were thinking who didn't choose Allah. All right, let's take a look at our winners. Let's take a look at our top 5 for the day. All right, in third place was Baklava. Congratulations. In second place was Faiza from New York. And in first place, congratulations Vera Bedirsova. And congratulations also to our runner-ups, Bera Köklü and I actually missed that. So congratulations, you'll be getting your awards. Thanks a lot for joining in. Tune in tomorrow again for the Kahoot game. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Congrats to the winners of today's Kahoot. Don't forget to email your results for your awards.
Let's go. And as Ramadan UTV, another quick announcement. We are one big family, like we said, and we have been going strong for 3 consecutive years. We are so happy to put smiles on the faces of our young viewers and families. So we just have a small request from our adult viewers. If you can send skyacademynj@gmail.com just a short video of your thoughts and feelings regarding our Ramadan Youth TV program, that would be awesome. So up next, we got Daily Dua.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My God, we heard a caller calling to faith, saying, "Believe in your Lord." We immediately obeyed. My God, give us what you promised your messengers, and do not make us contemptible on the day of judgment. Surely you will not go back on your promise. My God, grant us spouses and descendants who will be the light of our eyes, and make us pioneers of the righteous. My God, forgive us and our brothers and sisters who believed before us. Do not leave grudges in our hearts and against them. You are very compassionate and merciful. My God, pour patience on us, make our feet firm, and help us against the disbelievers. Amen.
Amin. Thank you for that enlightening dua. Guys, we're at the end of the program now, and we're gonna miss you. So don't forget to like, comment, also subscribe.
Sadly, it's the end of the program now, guys. But we can't wait to see you all tomorrow for a brand new live. Don't forget to turn on YouTube notifications as a reminder. Bye, guys!